We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Yeah, this is Everton Blender. It's all about the young police from Jamaica. See Young Police Channel. Big up yourself. Everton Blender said that. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of.
If you are tired of seeing criminals get away with murder, tired of hearing excuses for the wicked, then it's time to take action. Hit that subscription button now and stay in the loop with the Jamaica Young Police Channel. We are not here to sugarcoat. We are here to expose the truth, bring justice, and make sure the real heroes get the recognition they deserve. Don't wait for the change. Be the change. Subscribe, like, and let's make some noise and hold those criminals accountable. Justice in action. Speak up. Crime must fall. And remember that we have go inside this description box and you'll see various links to various things for the Jamaica Young Police Channel. JamaicaYoungPoliceChannel.com, where you will see articles and stuff like that. Those who like to read, and we continue to give you guys exceptional material over here. So, moving on. Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police Channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon members. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. Before I dive into today's video, I want to pause to make a heartfelt appeal to each and every one of you watching. Please, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Yes, why? Because this channel is not just another platform. It is a movement. Our motto is simple yet powerful. United we win. Divided we lose. This space is built for all people who believe in unity over division, in coming together rather than tearing each other apart, whether you're black, white, yellow, green or blue, whether you speak Spanish, Italian, German, French, Arabic. We're all one people. African. History has shown us time and time again that when we are divided, we become weaker. Our enemies gain ground. The loudest and most destructive voices dominate, and the ones who profit from confusion and chaos keep winning. And it's the rich people. Why this matter? When you subscribe, you are not just supporting a channel. You are standing for a cause. A cause that says we choose unity over rhetoric. We choose truth over propaganda. We choose strength in numbers over weakness in division. So look around. The ones who scream the loudest and push their destructive agendas are the very same ones who thrive when we divided. Yes, when we are divided, they thrive and they laugh at us because they know that they have a segment of the society who we call them special, or sometimes with us being raw, we call them dummies, because whether or not you want to believe it, when someone is going to vote against their own interests, you have been living in abject poverty and you keep voting year in, year out, and your life haven't changed. All you have to do is just change course, try something different. Same thing with the people them in a concrete jungle, Jones on my community. They have been sucking up to these people who have been for decades. I've been just robbing them. Just give them crumbs and chain them like dogs. So look around you. As I said, Beer, look around you. The ones who scream the loudest and push their destructive agendas are the same ones who thrive when we are divided. They feed off discord. They profit when neighbors fight neighbors. They grow stronger every time we allow ourselves to become distracted and divided. But when we come together, when we as a people stand as one, their power collapses. This is a movement bigger than us. Subscribing is not about me. It's about us. It's about joining a family, a collective, a voice of reason that will not be silenced. By subscribing, you are putting your weight behind a message that says, we will not allow division to destroy us. We will unite, we will rise, and we will win. So my brothers and sisters, I ask you, stand with me. Stand with this community. Hit the subscribe button right now and let's show the world what unity looks like. Because remember, united we win, divided we lose. Unity is strength, and you can't beat that. Yes, today I'm going to let you listen to a video by Cliff Hughes in which the people within the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, they are stating that they want it's Rasta time now. Damion Crawford, they says Mark gonna be your goal in the foreigner has lost the election and need to step down. You know, as usual, the PNP always have their criminal backdoor deals and all of that, so they're trying to circumvent the system. Every PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization leaders before Mark Golding, whenever they lost a general election, they resign. It's just their principle. No, that principle doesn't apply to Mark Gomabir Golding, the foreigner, who has faced defeat at the hands of the Jamaican people, had the decency to step down and let the party delegates decide their fate. That was the honorable tradition. The ballot, not backroom deals, determine the future of leadership. Yet today, we face a disgraceful situation where the foreigner, Mark Gomabir Golding, refuses to follow precedent. He clings to power like a parasite, betraying the very spirit of democracy that our forefathers fought for. This man is not Jamaican by birth. So Damion Crawford is a man who's going to be able to expose him for him to show his British-born passport. That's where his correct place of birth is. We know that the PNP is a criminal organization. The people are licky, beggy, and they don't care. They don't even love their own country. They will sell out Jamaica for 30 pieces of silver. They have no patriotism in them. So now let us speak plainly among all the members of the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. Only one has ever stood up, not for criminals, not for personal gain, but for Jamaica itself. Damion Crawford. Yes, the same chatty Damion Crawford, a true-born Jamaica, who carries in his heart the hopes and struggles of our people. Unlike the others who thrive on corruption, betrayal and deception, Crawford has shown the courage to speak the truth even when it costs him dearly. Do you remember when he was Minister of Culture, came out boldly against Indicom, calling out their hypocrisy and bias? That act of courage was not celebrated, it was punished. Portia Simpson Miller and her cronies in the criminal organization ostracized him, cast him aside and left him for dead politically. Why? Because he refused to bow to their corrupt agenda. Damion Crawford stood up for justice. He stood up for Jamaica in their twisted world that made him an enemy. But this is exactly why we must recognize him today. If Jamaica have any hope of unity, if we are serious about building a country where law-abiding citizens thrive and not criminals, then Damion Crawford is the only man within the corrupt fold who can begin the change the hearts and minds of those voters still trapped in their deception. He's not perfect, but he's authentic. He's Jamaican born, bred, raised, everything. He's not controlled by foreign passports or backroom conspiracies. He's a Jamaican, body, blood, and soul. Brothers and sisters, let us not be fooled by the noise of the foreigner and his criminal allies. Let us remember the sacrifices of our ancestors who bled and died so that Jamaica could be governed by Jamaicans, not by foreign elites hiding behind stolen leadership. Crawford may be a lone voice in the wilderness of corruption, but he has something the rest of them lack: courage. And courage is what Jamaica need now more than ever. If we truly want unity, if we truly want to restore dignity, if we truly want to build a better Jamaica, where our children can walk without fear and our future is not dictated by criminals in suit, then we must acknowledge that within the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, Damion Crawford is the only hope. He's the only one who has ever dared to stand up for Jamaica above self. And that is the mark of true leadership. So now I'm going to let you listen to Cliff Hughes to show you what is happening in the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. At the Jamaica Young Police channel, we know that we need our opposition, but Damion Crawford would be the right person because he's a Jamaican by birth, not a foreigner. As I said before and I'll say again, Mark Golding is not a Jamaican by birth. He was born in England. Don't let them fool you. We know the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization voters are dummies. So you watch, you listen, and you decide. Cliff Hughes.
Reflection, recrimination, bitterness, disappointment over their loss in last week's general elections. And we are hearing that there are essentially three strands of thinking in the PNP now. Nothing decided. Everybody I speak would say nothing decided. People are just simply whispering and talking and sounding out each other as to what to do. Yeah? There are those who are of the view that Mark Golding has done well. He has increased the parliamentary party by 100%, yes, from 14 to 28. That cannot be taken lightly. That is an achievement by any measure, yes, to bring it from 14 to 28. And as such, there's a view that says they should stick with him. They should rally around him. Yeah? There's another view that says in all previous instances when PNP leaders have lost an election, yeah, in the case of Michael Manley in 1980, in the case of Portia Simpson Miller in 2016, in the case of Peter David Phillips in 2020, in all such instances, they offered their resignation to the party and gave the party an opportunity to either give them a vote of confidence or to say, no, we will not accept. And it is being felt by some in the PNP that the same principle or practice should be applicable to Mark Golding. He has lost, yes, 35 to 28. He didn't make it. He fell short. And as such, he ought to follow that practice, that principle. If you lose a national election, you tender your resignation and give the party an opportunity to say, oh no, we believe that you have done well enough and you continue to enjoy our confidence. Yes? And there's a third view that is saying, listen, a loss is a loss. These were the same people as in Mark Golding, Peter Bunting, Dayton Campbell, Angela Brown Burke, who now constitute the leadership of the PNP, who said, listen, Peter Phillips wasn't going to cut it. He never cut it.
and therefore he had to go. Yeah, even before Peter went back to the polls, they challenged him. And now, same knife for stick sheep, stick goat, same medicine that was administered to Phillips in 2020 must be administered to Mark Golding. So I gather there is this debate simmering in the party, and people are taking positions. People are taking positions. I can tell you that the word on the ground is that more and more of the comrades are saying, give it a Rasta man. Give it a Rasta man. Mark can't win. He never win. The Rasta man can do it. That is the word on the ground. Alright? Give it a Rasta man. And this morning, the Patriots, the PNP Patriots, have come out in strong support, not my word, their word, strong support for the party leader and his General Secretary, Mark Golding and Dayton Campbell. The statement says in part, the Patriots National Council, the second highest decision-making body within the PNP Patriots, the young professional affiliate group of the PNP, convened on September 9. During this meeting, the council unanimously voted to congratulate and endorse the continued leadership of President Mark Golding and General Secretary Dr. Dayton Campbell. This strong endorsement reflects the Patriots' unwavering support for the party's leadership as it builds on its recent electoral successes and charts a bold path forward for Jamaica. Now, this is significant because what the Patriots are doing here is to publicly warn off anyone who is thinking of questioning or mounting a challenge to Golding and Campbell. That is what they're doing. They're saying nobody even try it. We have full confidence in our President Mark Golding and General Secretary Dr. Dayton Campbell to provide the stability necessary to move forward with unity and purpose. We fully support President Golding and General Secretary Campbell, whose leadership has already demonstrated a clear path toward renewal and victory. And that was stated by the President of the Patriots, Reverend Dr. Paul Blake. Now, this to me says a lot. The Patriots know that the clouds are gathering over the leadership of Mark Golding and Dayton Campbell, both of whom are tied at the hip. And for those in the party who are thinking of questioning or mounting a challenge, you better forget it. We're seeing the first move in the post-September 23 election period facing the People's National Party. Yes? Stay tuned. More is to come.
Now that you have listened to Cliff Hughes, one of the most trusted journalists in Jamaica, who is not biased, this man, authentic, to the core. Now, the truth must be told without apologies. Mark Gambier Golding, a foreigner by birth and by allegiance, has been decisively rejected by the Jamaican people in the general election of September 3rd, 2025. Yet, despite this humiliating defeat, he clings to the leadership of the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. Yes, the man cling to it, as if, you think that for some reason or another, that Jamaica owes him anything. He's not a Jamaican by birth. And this man just needs to go back to his country, where he's from. He's not a Jamaican. So, yet despite his humiliating defeat, the man clings to power, to the leadership of the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization with the arrogance of a man who believes power is his birthright, not a privilege granted by the people. In any true democracy, after such a loss, the leader would step aside, or at the very least, subject himself to a vote of confidence within his party. Golding had done neither. Instead, he hides behind the machinery of corruption and deception, refuses to face the very delegates who supported he claims to have. But history is now being written by Damion Crawford, a son of Jamaica born and raised on the same soil, with roots and heritage that no foreign passport can erase. Crawford is not merely another politician. He represents what Golding can never claim: authenticity. He's a Jamaican by birth, and his peer and classmate can attest to his identity. He does not need to fabricate belonging. He's of the people, and he carries the struggles, hopes, and resilience of Jamaica in his vein. He's a descendant of slaves, like Mark Golding, who's a descendant of the slave owners, the same people who brutalized us, our ancestors. I am my ancestors, and my ancestors are me. I can never love people who abuses, kill, do all kind of manner of evil to my ancestors, and those who benefited and refuses to even apologize for what they have done. So this is where the contrast between the two men becomes undeniable. Mark Golding holds a British passport, a document that will never lie about his true place of birth and his allegiance. Damion Crawford can and will force him to bring that passport into the light of day. When that happens, Jamaica will see with irrefutable evidence that their so-called leader is a man whose first loyalty lies elsewhere. The people will realize that they have been scammed and dishonored by a party that install a foreigner to lead them, rather than a genuine son of the soil. And make no mistake, Crawford's challenge is not without peril. Whenever truth threatens the foundation of corruption, whispers of violence are never far behind. Already, they are murmuring of a plot to silence Damion Crawford permanently. Plots to make him look like an accident. A plot to make it look like an accident. This is the language of fear, the methods of criminals who know their grip on power is slipping. They fear Damion Crawford not because he's reckless, but because he's righteous. He is about to expose them, and doing so, he threatened to tear down the edifice of lies that they have built around Golding's false leadership. The people of Jamaica must therefore rally around Damion Crawford, not merely as a politician, but as a defender of democracy itself and Jamaica. This challenge to Golding is more than a contest for leadership of a party. It is the referendum on whether Jamaica will continue to be misled by foreigners, frauds, and criminals, or whether Jamaica will finally insist on a leader who are truly of the people and for the people. History has always rewarded the brave. But bravery is not only in standing up, it is also ensuring that those who dare to speak truth to power are not silenced by the dark forces of intimidation. If Damion Crawford is bold enough to confront Golding and expose the foreign passport that betray his duplicity, then Jamaicans must be bold enough to defend Damion Crawford, protect him, and ensure that his fight for authenticity is not crushed by whispers of murder and deceit. This is not merely about who lead the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. This is about Jamaica's dignity, democracy, and destiny. And it is Damion Crawford, not the foreigner, Montgomery Golding, who embodies the hope and the people tired of deception. So family, today as we reason seriously about the future of Jamaica, about the truth, about leadership and the deception that has been fed to the people on September 3rd, 2025, the Jamaican people spoke loud and clear. They rejected Montgomery Golding, a man who has no roots in our soil, no birthright in our struggle, and no legitimacy to lead our people. Yet despite this overwhelming rejection, Golding refuses to step down as leader of the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. Think about that for a moment. In a real democracy, after such a loss, the leader resign or subject himself to a vote of confidence. But what has Golding done? He has clung to power like a foreign monarch, believing he's untouchable. Is that democracy Jamaican fought for? No, it's not. So family, history has reached a turning point. Montgomery Golding represent deception, foreign allegiance, and the betrayal of the Jamaican people. Damion Crawford represent authenticity, democracy, and hope of a people who are tired of being misled. But let us not be fooled. The road ahead is dangerous. Crawford's challenge is a direct threat to criminals in suits who fear exposure. And when criminals are cornered, they lash out. That is why every Jamaican who believes in truth must stand firm. Speak out and defend those who dare to challenge corruption. This is not just about the leadership of a party. It is about Jamaica's dignity, democracy, and its destiny. And it is Damion Crawford, not Montgomery Golding, who embodies that destiny. The time has come for a Rastaman to lead the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, for Jamaicans to decide. We will be governed by foreigners and frauds, or we rise under the leaders who are truly of us and for us. The answer lies in our courage. Montgomery Golding, it doesn't matter, even though he tried to be one of us, he will never be us because he's not one of us. He's not us. He's a foreigner. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica, Young Police Channel out.